Hello everyone, and you're so much welcome once again to today's tutorial, and I still remain your shoemaking made easy tutor Odurole Mojibola. Today I'm so excited and I'm so grateful to you all. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Yes, we have 9,000 subscribers. Yes, thank you all. You are all the real deal. Thank you for sharing, thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you also for subscribing. And today I am going to be teaching us a beautiful designer, slippers, which is actually a luxury Gianni Versace slippers. Now you can actually wear this as a man or as a woman. We are going to be looking at two different styles of this beautiful designer. Now I have a good news for everyone who have been trying to see how they can be a partaker of my paid class. I have good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. Now I need you to sit back and I'm gonna be right back. Yes, for our Gianni Versace slippers, I'm going to be using my foot to actually go about the measurements. I know somebody is already wondering, so I can use my feet? Yes, you can use your feet. Now, the first one that we're going to be looking at is the one that has a strap right here with a connector right here, then with the other side at this point. So the first thing you need to understand is, okay, what am I going to be using for my front strap? How long will it be? So ensure that you have, your lasting allowance, which should be about 3 centimeter or 1 inch, as the case may be, or 1.5. Also go to this side, you can see it's stopping at 15 here. You can add about 3 centimeter to it, making it, this is 15 plus 3, that's 18. So it means I'll be having 18 as my length here. So take a record, you have 18 centimeter for the toe part. So that's what we're going to be doing. Then you go ahead to this particular part. Those are the major points we need to take note of. Now you have 3 centimeter under. You can decide to make your lasting allowance much more. It's all your choice. So make sure that you place it properly. You can see where my hone is. I'm going to bring it right away. Now you have to be careful so that it doesn't touch this part of your foot. If you are using a shoe last, just follow the same principle. It's the same thing. I'm doing this for the sake of those people who don't have a shoe last. I don't want to hear excuses when it comes to shoemaking, and that's what this channel does. Makes shoemaking easy and simple for you. So like you have here, I have like 20 here, so I'm going to be using 23 for this particular point. So I have 23 centimeter long. Now the next question is, how wide do I make it? How do I make it wide? What do I have to do? Now most times one of the things I do to help myself is use my measuring tape to gauge what I can view on the screen, what you can see in the picture, what it looks like. You have to learn it. That is one of those things I taught practically in my intermediate class. You have to learn to look and be able to look at the commensurate width of whatever you see in the picture. Please, I don't want you to harm yourself or be angry with yourself each time you don't get this. It's actually a process. The more you do it, the more you get to understand it. And I want you to know that the more you do it, the more you understand it. The more you do it, the more you understand it. So consistency is the name of the game. So I'm going to be using about 3 centimeter for this particular side. I think 3 centimeter is quite fine for me here. So the width for this is going to be 3 centimeter, and I'm also going to use this long strap here. I'm also going to make it 3 centimeter wide. So we are having 18 centimeter by 3 centimeter here, and we are having 23 centimeter by 3 centimeter here. Now we need to move to the center. Before we do that, I would love us to first of all create the strap here as well as the strap here. That is one. Then we can go ahead and then look at that shape we have here. It looks more like a trapezium. Yes, trapezium. Although it has a curve and a curve on all of the edges instead of having an angle. Don't forget, we are still creating the luxury designer slippers Gianni Versace. So for that particular one, for the one we have here that looks more like a trapezium, I am going to suggest to you that you make use of about 10 centimeter. If you are using size 40, size 39, or size 41, I'm going to suggest you use about 10 to 10.5 centimeter for the width on this particular side. We are definitely not going to be using the same width with this side of that particular shape. We are not using the same width. I'm going to be guiding us on how to do this as we proceed rather in this particular video tutorial. If you have not subscribed to my channel, it's high time you subscribe. You got a lot to learn on this channel, and all we do day by day is ignite your passion for creativity. You don't have to have all the tools, you don't have to have all the gadgets, but with these little principles and every part of your body can actually work for you. Your hand is working, your mind is working, your feet is working, and all you need to do is extra work on yourself by consistently creating what you see. So let's go ahead. We have the strap now. We have the two straps here. We also have what we have, that looks more like a trapezium shape. Don't forget there is one under that is connected to this strap at this particular point in time. We're going to move to that, but I want us to just follow me as I proceed with all of the measurements that we have taken already. So now I have my strap. Somebody is wondering, how did you cut that? All you need to do is to go ahead and measure 3 centimeter wide and 18 centimeter long. That is what we have here. And on this other side is also 3 centimeter wide but 23 centimeter long. Make sure you draw that perfectly well. You can see what I already have right on my foot. I told us earlier that we're going to be using a width of about 10.5 centimeter on this side to 11.5, or you can decide to use 10.5 or 11 centimeter for this side. I want you to see the position of what it looks like. Is the 10.5 is around here, and we have our 9 around here. This is quite well. It's okay. It's just like we are considering under this ankle, directly under this ankle here, and then somewhere below, a bit far away from the ankle on this other side. So I will suggest that you actually use about 10.5 or 11 centimeter for the width of the trapezium shape. Now somebody is already wondering, okay, if all I'm going to be using is about if I'm going to be using 10.5 centimeter here, what am I going to use as the width? Because I know that is one salient question somebody want to ask. Now let's look at it. If you look at the design, you'll find out that the one attached to this is slightly showing right here. As you can see on the screen. Now what am I going to do now? Because one, you cannot afford it to be touching here. Now this, you might have to move it backward so that you can be comfortable. Whoever you are creating for can be comfortable as well. So what we are going to be doing now is, okay, now since that is actually showing, if I'm going to be stopping it here, let's say I'm stopping it right here, for example, I want it to stop exactly where this is, for example. How wide should it be? How wide should this be? Now, you have to learn to experiment when it comes to different sizes. Don't just stick to a particular one and say, okay, this is fine. If you cut a particular one is not okay, try another one. You can never be discouraged when it comes to creating design. You have to encourage yourself. And if you're a kind of person that get discouraged easily, I will encourage you to join my exclusive forum. Please go join the exclusive forum. It's just a monthly payment of 2,000 naira, about $5. What do we do there? Like, okay, you are trying to create this now, you are having challenges with it. How do you know what to do? How do you know who to ask questions? YouTube does not give us that kind of opportunity to ask ourselves questions. I created that forum for you to be able to ask me questions. Oh, madam, I created this, but it looks so awkward. What do you think I should do? I respond to you by showing you what is wrong with the one you did and what's the right thing to actually do. That's what happened on that particular platform. You can ask me questions about whatever you see me teach within the period of your subscription. Yes, you can ask me questions like I'm creating this. For those in that class, I'll be going back there to follow them up on, okay, if you want to create it. For those who choose to create whatever design I create, okay, how do you handle this? Of course, you have access to asking me questions as much as you can. That is a lot privilege. And even if they demand that, okay, I need the design, just let me to send the design, I create a PDF file for them and I send it to them. All they need to do is to print and begin to use. So I want you to know that even if you are creating other sizes and you're having challenges, okay, because this is between size 39 to 41. If you're creating for 42, if you're creating for 44, how do I increase them? Those are the things we do on the exclusive forum. Like I said, you can click the join button and pick the exclusive forum, and you can go straight to the comment section and see the various means in which you can make your payment. So let's quickly go ahead into this. Now for this particular one, I'm going to be using 6 centimeter as my width. I know somebody's already wondering, this is almost touching here. Just let's see how it goes. Let's go ahead and start with our 6 centimeter as the width. Yes, start with 6 centimeter as the width. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to be creating like a rectangle now that has a length of 10.5 centimeter and a width of 6 centimeter. Let's go ahead and create that. So what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be drawing like a line right here. I'm going to be drawing a line. So don't forget that our length is 10.5. So I'm going to be measuring from here to here my 10.5. This is 10.5. I'm going to come to this side and also measure my 10.5 again. This is 10.5. So I'm going to measure 6 on this side. 6, don't forget our width is 6. Our width is 6. So I can draw this down. So come here and do the same thing. 6. This is exactly 6. So let's join them all together. So here comes my rectangle with 10.5 centimeter length, and then I have 6 centimeter rather as the width, as this width. Now I told us that we are not going to be using this side and this side. I mean this side and this other side are not going to be having the same width. They are not going to be having the same width. So I'm going to be reducing this side to 9 centimeter, and I'm going to be this one is going to be maintained to be 10.5 centimeter. Now you can actually decide, since this is 10 centimeter, 10.5, if you are reducing it to 9 centimeter, it means you are going to be taking away about 0.75 on this side, is 0.575 on this side. If that tends to be difficult for you, go ahead and then just remove is 0.5 centimeter. Just take measure from here to here is 0.5. Come to this particular side and then also measure is 0.5. I think that will be fine if that is what you can do. So then you come to this side and join it with this. You understand? Join it with this as well. You can see that one way or the other, this is quite smaller than this other side. And if you can walk yourself around making use of 0.75 centimeter, just go ahead, because I need you to understand that each of these calibration represents 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. 7.5 is going to be in between right here. So just make sure that you take your time. If you want to do that, go ahead and use in between that point. You can see I've already marked it. All I need to do is to place it here and just draw it out. Come to this side and do exactly the same thing, which is this. So at the end of the day, I'm going to find it looking this way. It's like I didn't pick that same spot. Looking this way and this. will definitely be looking this way. You can see what I have right there. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a curve all around the angles. I'm going to be creating a curve. So please get a round object as much as you can. Get a round object because that is really important. Get a round object. Let me pick it up so that we can see what I'm trying to do. Pick it up this way and make sure that it slightly touches the stool side. It slightly touches here, it touches the other one. You can actually get something smaller than this. You can get something smaller than this. So you can get something smaller. Make sure it goes that way. Come to this side and do the same thing. Make sure it doesn't cover it. Make sure it's close to it. It gives you a better look. So this is touching it. We have to try much as possible so that you can see what I have right here. You can see you do the same thing. This side you need definitely something that doesn't have this same diameter so that this side will not be too much of a curve. So you have to be very careful. You can get something smaller for this side. Don't use something that is as wide as this. Well, in the meantime, let me just try to cut out the upper part. Now, if you have curved this side, you can decide to come here and place it this way to actually position this side. You can see that they perfectly look the same way. So I will not be needing to do that once again. So you can see what this look like. So I'm going to get something not as wide as this to actually create this corner. So I'm going to be using this. This is a cover of my shoe glue. I'm going to be using it for this side. Now, please, I need you to understand that you can actually use this. You can use this, but you can also use something smaller just to make it look a bit different from what this particular side looks like. You can use it. You can use it actually. So place it like we placed initially. And see what I have. You can see we have that little curve there. So can you see what I have there? Let me go ahead and do this too so that I can clearly show us what are the way I cut it. So it's quite small, so let's see how. You see what I have? So this is what it's going to look like. You can see what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like. But if you use this wider part, see what it's going to look like here. Can you see how this looks like? This is what it's going to look like. So with this now, you can see what I have right here. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be measuring about 1 centimeter to 1.2 centimeter away from this lower part. And it's just for us to be able to create, for us to be able to know where to actually punch. We need to know where to punch to be able to slot in our strap. You don't forget the strap is going to be good passing through it. So I just want you to connect it so that you know where exactly to punch. So as you can see what I have right here, I have already created that. So you are going to, I'm going to suggest that from the edge, please measure about 1.5 or 1 centimeter as well. You can decide to make use of 1 centimeter or 1.2 on this side, because now this is what we want to do. You are going to be placing it right there. You're going to be placing it right there. So you are going to measure about 1.5 or 1 centimeter from here and also do the same thing on this particular side. So if we are making use of 1.5, for example, let me place it for us all to see where we have 1.5. This is our 1.5. If we are using 1, see where we have 1. So you can decide to use 1, you can use 1.2, you can decide to use 1.5. I think 1.5 will be coming in quite much. So let's maintain about 1.2. This is 1.2. So I'm going to actually do the same thing on all of the sides. That is, I'm going to also measure 1.2 right here. You get me, like that. Come to this side and measure as well 1.2 again. So move up, which means that I'm going to be using my punch or punch plier to just position that side. Now this is what I have right here, and this is what I have right here. So I'm going to come to this side. This is what I have, but then I'm going to place this right there. I'm going to place this right there so that I'll be able to measure my 1.2 and know where exactly to place it at this point. Please don't do jugglery work. Make sure you take the right measurement. Take your time to do it. And if you don't want to go through all of this, well, thank God I'm doing it already. Join the exclusive forum. See, you can see what I have right now. All we need to do is just go ahead and join them together and create an opening. You can see that it's quite slant because of the shape that we have. So see what I have. You like what you see. So go ahead and try to see what I have right there. And you can see what I have right down here. So what do we need to do now? We're going to be passing it, and we are going to be passing it through. So let's go ahead and check what it looks like when I put it on my feet. Don't forget, my feet is standing as our shoe last for today's tutorial. So just follow me and let's see what it looks like. Yes, now you can see what this looks like on my foot. You can see I've already inserted this and then placing it here right now. Now you will understand the reason I said we should use 6 centimeters. Now you can see that this has already pushed this a little bit up because of what we have right here, giving opportunity for this to stay. Now, by the time we actually fix our front pattern like this, we are just going to go ahead now and then carry your measuring tape. Don't forget, there is actually a design here. There is one that is attached to this particular one. I've not attached it. I just want to simplify this design for you. So I haven't attached it. So let's say we are going to be inserting about 1 centimeter right under here. You understand? Let's say 1 centimeter, I'm attaching it that way. Don't worry, I'm going to guide us on how to do that as well. So at this point in time, this we are going to make it about, let's say we make it 10. You can see 10 centimeter. It's exactly here. Don't worry. We can push it forward. We can push it inwards. This also can be adjusted forward. It doesn't matter. So we are going to be making use of 10. You can see what I have here. We're going to be making use of about 10 centimeter width. And then we'll come to this side. Don't forget the design. The inner part is not a full size of what you have. It's not a full size of this trapezium shape. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and then just measure. I will use this particular one from here to here. From here to here as the width. Yes, as the width. So remove it. Let's go ahead and use our centimeter and measure this. So this is about 7 centimeters. So we have 7 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Let's go ahead and draw the triangle and see how it goes. Now, creating our 10 centimeter by 7 centimeter is what you have right here. Now, this particular design, you'll find that this side also is not as wide as this side. So it means we are going to be reducing this particular side. Now, how do I reduce it? Let's go into that. So now that we have this is the width we are reducing. We maintain this side while we reduce this. Now, I am going to be reducing this to about 3 centimeter to about 2 centimeter, considering the width you can see on the screen on that picture. So let's quickly go ahead and see how we can actually do that. Now, if you look at what I have 7 centimeter. The first thing you need to do is locate the midpoint, which is 3.5 centimeter. Now, when you locate your midpoint, if you're going to be measuring 3 centimeter, what we are going to be having is 3 centimeter, right? So what you do is this: measure 1.5 centimeter from this point towards the side and measure 1.5 towards the side. Now, this is 3.5, right? Now, if you are going to measure 1.5, it means it has to be at 2. From 2 to 3 is 1 centimeter, and from 3 to 3.5, that is 1.5 centimeter. So it means this will be at 2 centimeter on this side. Now, considering this side, we are going to have it at 5 centimeter. From 5 to 4, that's 1 centimeter, and from 4 to this particular point is 1.5. So that is what we are going to be having. So let's go ahead and join as usual. Use your little cover to create. Don't forget to create a curve. Get something smaller. If you don't have something that is small as this, just look for something to draw a small circle, and you go ahead and use that. Learn to use what you have to get what you want. That is it. That is it. I don't want to believe you have not liked this video. If you have not liked this video, please click the like button. Yes. I'm looking at you. You have not clicked it. Come on now. Click, and give YouTube the opportunity for others to learn how they can create simple design like what we are creating today. Gianni Versace. Wow. Yes, you can see what I have right here. Don't forget, if you think this is too wide, you can actually reduce it. There is no crime in doing that. So let's go right and see how it looks like on my feet now. So now that we already have this is going to be suspended in between at the back right here. I know somebody is already saying, oh, madam, this thing was attached to the front strap now. Why is your own different? Come on now. Just wait for me now. Where are you running to? So I'm going to be placing this right here. Don't forget, it's going to be right here. So if this is going to be here, and this is going to be right here. So what do you think? It's connected already now. I will just carry my contact cement adhesive, apply, and attach. Now, you want me to show you? Remove. Carry your gum, put on this side, and attach it to it. So, just apply. Even if you are using your shoe last, just follow it. It will work like wonder. It works like magic. So, follow what you did initially. I've already drawn the line, so just keep it there. Let it stay. You can see what I have. So, my Gianni Versace designer is ready. All I need to do now is just to go ahead and buy my accessory. I want you to know that Versace accessory is sold in, accessory store, shoemaking accessory store, or bag making accessory store. Just tell them you want Gianni Versace designer. You understand? If you can get a pic, lay your hands on the picture, just go ahead and show them, and you're going to pin it down right here when you are through. If you look at the design, you find that there is nothing like stitch. Now to my big news. I told us I have a good news to actually share with us today. And the good news is that in celebration of our 9,000 subscribers, all of my courses is going to be going for 50% discount. Please don't come back after 24 hours. So in case you did not watch this video before it is 24 hours, please don't come asking. Please, within 24 hours, please, just 24 hours. If you watch the video and you are privileged to enjoy the package, fine. It's just 50% bonus as we celebrate our 9,000 subscribers. Yay! So if you're watching my channel for the first time, ensure you subscribe. Don't go without subscribing. Please subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you will be notified. Now, somebody is already wondering, is she not going to show us the one that has tongue? Yes, I'm going to show you. Let me quickly show you that. Now that you already have this, all you need to do is, I will suggest before you attach this, first of all, increase this length. Increase what you have here, increase the length so that part of it can easily enter in between your toe. Just increase the length. That's all you need. When you increase the length, you might need to also reduce this width so that it perfectly fits here. So that's all you need to do. Just adjust the length, and then you find yourself, having the slippers right there. So you are going to be having something like this. You're going to be having something like this at the center, just like what I have here. Let me quickly show us this. You can see what I have is going to be going in between the foot right here, and this is still going to be, you might have to actually reduce it, the length. Just make sure that, but then ensure that this aligns with the center. Please ensure it aligns with the center. That is very important. Don't just go and position it anyhow and it's not aligning. If it aligns, it looks more perfect and beautiful. So you can see this. Just take your time. All you need to do is to do some little adjustments on that center that I showed us, and then this will be right here, and you are good to go. Please make sure that you work on this side. Let it not be too wide so that it doesn't affect the foot. Like I said, the 50% discount on all of my courses is going to be within 24 hours of this publication. So if you are one of those people who don't, take time to watch my video immediately I publish them, good for you, good for you, good for you. So thank you once again for joining me today. I still remain your Shoemaking Made Easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. See you next time. Bye.